Hey guys, it's me and Mason. Mason's getting ready to go to sleep. It is 9 o'clock. He just did his teeth brushing, changed his clothes, and did his nighttime insulin. So we've had a couple of things happen that Brandon has told me and Mason told me today. So Mason, what did the girl tell you at school today when she found out you had type 1 diabetes? What'd she say?
Wait,
You remember?
what?
Didn't somebody say something to you about your diabetes that you can't have any of what? Isn't that what happened?
No, that was Dad.
No, you said that some girl said something at school, and I said, look, people are going to say stupid stuff.
No.
Okay, you told me that somebody said something at school.
Yeah, it was one of the adults said I could eat without checking my blood sugar first.
Oh, an adult said that?
Yeah.
Does that adult have diabetes? So should you have listened to that? Is that good advice?
Yeah, I didn't eat until the nurse came.
Yeah. I don't know who told you that, but they were 100% wrong because your endocrinologist and all your educators said, check your blood sugar first, and within 30 minutes, get your insulin shot in. Eat in between there. That's what they told us to do right now. And you remember that Daddy said, Daddy's been coming home really angry because people say stupid things. They have such the wrong education about type 1 diabetes. And I get it. I had the same misconceptions before we were dealing with it. And you remember what Daddy said someone told him?
Dad said that you shouldn't have gave him sugar.
Yeah, you should have never given that kid sugar. And Brandon went, first of all, his whole life he was never allowed to have sugar. And they said, yeah. And then we said, number one, type 1 diabetes is not caused by sugar. It is an autoimmune disease where your body's white blood cells attack what?
Wait,
They attack your
pancreas.
And there's only one type of cells in the entire body that makes insulin. And what are they called?
Beta cells.
Beta cells. So Mason's beta cells were attacked by his own body, his white blood cells, and he can no longer produce the insulin that his body needs. So it has nothing to do with sugar. You count your carbs, which turn into sugar, but it means that your body cannot absorb the sugar. What it is they explained it to like your cells have a door. Put your hand on mine. So if this is your cell, there's a door right here, and it's locked. And when you eat carbs, it turns into glucose and sugars. Hopefully it is glucose. Is that right? Okay. And insulin unlocks this door and lets the sugar go into the cells. And then it comes back up and closes again. So the insulin units are the key to unlock this cell door because the sugar has to go into your cells to allow your body to have energy and work properly. Well, when you don't produce any more insulin, there's no key to unlock that door. So all that sugar floats around in the bloodstream and you have no way to get it in and out of your cells.
And you have to make sure you do get your insulin in different places.
Yes.
But if you have a pump, you can have it in a continuous place just for a little bit, but then you might have
you move it every week or a few days, right?
Yeah,
and
you move it around.
Why? Why do you have to give your insulin shots? Because Mason had a really hard time getting his insulin shots anywhere other than his arms. But the doctor told him yesterday, why do you have to get it in different spots?
Because our skin cells are like sponges, and if they get too full, they'll start leaking. And
so what happens to a sponge? If it's all dried out, you put water on it, and it swells up.
It swells up. Yeah.
And if it's too full of water, what happens?
It'll start leaking.
It'll start leaking.
And dripping. And
yeah, so if you're putting your insulin only in one spot, like the back of your arms, that sponge can get too full and the insulin can't be absorbed anymore. So that's why you have to rotate where you get your insulin shots. Good thought.
I'm
tired.
Wouldn't it go in your bloodstream instead of your skin?
You are getting your shots in places that have fat, like in your stomach in your thighs, in your arms, and in your hip, like on your rear end, the top of your rear end where it's very fatty. That fatty tissue is the sponge part. When you shoot your insulin in, it fills up that sponge and it releases into your body and your bloodstream throughout 3 hours. Insulin can live in your body, or not live, but it will be in your body for 3 hours. So every time you get that shot, you only have that insulin in your body for 3 hours working. That's why you have to keep getting more shots. Got it?
I had bruises on my
That's
arm.
why you had bruises. Because we were only giving them in your arms.
And just
Well,
not
in the
really.
hospital, because you were having a hard time allowing us to do other places. And I get it. It was new. It was scary. You're doing very well now that you understand that it needs to be in different areas. So, fist bump. Boom. All right. Y'all have a good night. We'll do another interview with Mason on another day. We got to sleep. Oh, good night.